Welcome back, Holotable Heroes, to another Galaxy of Heroes video. I'm your boy Scribble, and it is Monday morning where we are going to be tackling some additional galactic challenges so that we can get our Omicrons. Settle in, let's break this down. Our galactic challenge today features benefits for the Tuskens, ladies and gentlemen, everybody's favourite new faction, isn't it jolly good? The global modifier is Drain Essence. Characters in the leader slot gain an ability to essentially drain the stats of their allies in order to boost their own stats. We won't really be using it. The modifier for the player is Tusken Ambush. The Tuskens gain a bunch of additional stacking stats because they're terrible without them. The enemy has got Grim Machinations. Whenever Sith enemies are defeated, they will gain additional max HP and offense until the end of the battle, as well as gaining additional turn meter and recovering some of their health. Under this Savage lead, they do get quite dangerous, ladies and gentlemen, but we can deal with it without issues. So, Feats. Feats are very important, they are what give us our rewards, so we need to complete the battle with 3 Tusken units. CG still hasn't changed this to 5, of which I'm eternally grateful for, because I can't be bothered to try and wail on Tuskens. We also need to win without using a leader in the leader slot, and that's absolutely fine, because Wat Tambor is essentially a leader in all ways in our hearts. And then we need to chain attack. Take 8 turns in a row, whilst also winning the battle. Not a problem at all, I'm sure we can break this down. I'm going to do this in 2 teams because I don't want to try and do no leadership with 3 Tuskens and take 8 turns, that's just ridiculous. And I'm sure you can agree. First and foremost, this will get us a no leadership, 8 turns in a row, and a win. We're going in with a Wat Tambourine lead, we're going in with Darth Vader because he essentially is a one-man train, and Darth Traya, Nihilus, and Grand Admiral Thrawn. Now it's very, very easy, very straightforward for us to get this done, we just need to hold on. Most importantly, we don't want to be killing any units until we have killed Savage, so he doesn't become incredibly tanky and strong and irritating. So first and foremost, I'm going to put the weapons tech over onto Darth Vader. That's going to give him extra turns. That's 1 turn for us. Next up, I'm going to put the tank tech over on Thrawn. That's 2 turns for us. Next up, what have we got here? We have got Thrawn. I'm going to fracture Revan. That's 3 turns for us. Then we've got Vader, Merciless Massacre. We're going to make sure we place the Crush on Dooku so that he does not counterattack. That's what, 4 turns, 5 turns, 6 turns, 7 turns, and the glorious 8th turn. And I'm going to just drop another bomb, I guess. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So there are 8 turns in a row. We're then going to do a mass drain out there, get as many of those cooldown increases as we can. Now, first turn with Traya, we have got the Isolate ability. Let's use it to decrease the cooldowns on Nihilus. Don't worry about the fact that he's stunned. Traya being here means he's not actually really stunned. He just looks like he's stunned. Same goes for Traya. Now, after this, I'm going to place the recovery tech on... Who should I place this on? Well, we'll put it on Nihilus so he stays alive. And then we'll just basic over here onto Basti Fallen. 1 more turn with our boy Nihilus and we should be able to get rid of Savage. Now again, I don't really want to be using special abilities. I don't really want to be killing people, apologies, until I've killed Savage. I don't want them stacking up those stats. Look, he's used that event special ability right there to give himself stacking offense while simultaneously draining his allies' hit points. Okay, cool. Looking good, looking good. We've got a turn over here with our boy Thrawn. We're going to pass it over to Nihilus. Nihilus is going to be like, oh, hi guys, and eats Savage. Savage is gone, Savage is dead. Long live the king. We've lost our own, but it doesn't really matter. Now we'll go back into Merciless Massacre, and now it's just a case of playing the game until the enemy is dead. Very fun, very fun. Just basicking over here. We could... Oh gosh, this is going to hurt. Yep. Well done. Good job, Dooku. Good job, Dooku. We're all very proud of you. Let's yeet out Basti Fallen. And, yeah, let's go ahead. Focus on Dooku. We'll go ahead and use that Force Crush. What we're going to do now, let's just use a basic on Darth Revan, because he needs more speed. Lovely. Absolutely glorious. Now then, let's fracture Darth Revan once more. We don't really need to worry now. We've drained so much health with Nihilus that we're almost certainly going to win. We could probably even at this point just put it on auto, which would be rather nice. Let's deal with Darth Revan as quickly as possible because we don't have to worry about either of the others. Dooku can be frustrating, of course. Let's pass this turn over to Nihilus. Nihilus has got another Annihilate. Let's think. Yeah, let's just get rid of Darth Revan, shall we? He wasn't a very nice person to us with all that fear. And Dooku is going to hide himself, but that's quite alright because I don't really like looking at Dooku anyway. Increase those cooldowns to decrease our own. I don't really care if you do fracture me or not. Fracture me? If you do stun me or not. Let's again decrease the cooldowns on our Nihilus because we want to get round to that Annihilate once more. 3 more turns. Fabulous. Sion is just about holding on. Oh gosh, we lost Traya. Sorry, Traya. Thank you for coming. Anyway, let's go over to Nihilus, and you heard it. Goodbye, Dooku. Now we just put this on auto. Fairly simple and straightforward, I like to think. Easily able to get all of the turns in a row. In fact, we got over the number of turns that we require. And once you've annihilated Savage, it's really not so much of an issue anymore, ladies and gentlemen. Marvellous. We're going to take the same approach once again to doing this with 3 Tuskens. Now, I do believe that if you were to go in with a GL, your best bet is probably using a GL, the likes of which JMK and Cat and 3 Tuskens would probably get it done. But first and foremost, I'm going to make sure that we don't actually use any GLs for this first time, just for those people out there that do not have GLs just yet. So I'm going to take the same principle, Traya lead with Nihilus, and then we're going to literally throw any 3 Tuskens. I'll take in the 2 strongest ones, but it doesn't matter if they live or die. Take my word for it. You just need Tuskens there for the feat. It's beautiful. It's rather nice. So, exact same principle as last time. We want to make sure we get the Isolate off on Darth Sion so that he cannot... How rude. We want to get the Isolate off on Darth Sion so that he can't taunt, essentially, because we want to be able to use that first Annihilate on Savage. It's a shame we didn't get the cooldown increase on Darth Revan at the start with the Drain, because that would have made life just a little bit easier for us. But we should be okay nonetheless. Should be okay nonetheless. Okay, I'm not going to use that special ability on Traya just yet because I really want to make sure that Nihilus doesn't die before we've used our first life drain ability. Okay, there is the Isolate on Sion. Once again, going to increase all those cooldowns, working towards hitting our first Annihilate, which will be rather tasty. It's funny how their modifier is actually benefiting our Nihilus because he's going to be absorbing their max health. So once again, goodbye Savage Oppress. That is the most important thing to do. After which, we want to get rid of Bastila Fallen, of course, but Revan is the real concern because he's the one with the death mark, not the death mark, he's the one with the AoE fear, he's the one that's dealing all the damage. So we want to try and save our next Annihilate for him. Dooku is actually going to hurt himself when he attacks out of turn thanks to Traya's leadership, but we should have quite a lot of chunky health now after draining out that Savage. Yep, you can see our boy Nihilus over there is just tanking hits like an absolute mad lad. Just one more turn, I believe. Oh no, how dare you. Right, we're going to take Revan out because he's a rather naughty little boy. And then focus once again on Basti Fallen. She can still do nasty things that we don't like, such as fearing us, ability blocking. Not that the ability blocking really matters. I think we could probably quite safely put this on auto at this point. Although I think Traya will actually use the event special ability and weaken our Nihilus. So I'm not sure if we actually want that to happen. Let's just keep doing this then. We'll play this one manually just to look after our own sanity here. We may well lose Traya, but it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. No point using life drain there because we're about to get our Annihilate next turn anyway. Let's have a look. Keep basicking her. I think we'll just get Sion out of there. We probably could have gone for Basti, but I don't think it really matters. Increase their cooldowns. There's the attacks out of turn, which are slowly killing Nihilus right now. And yeah, we'll do a nice big hit over there on Bastila Fallen. I do like how it looks like they're stunning us, but really they're not doing a whole lot. I'm trying to deliberately trigger that counterattack on Dooku so that happens. And now I think we can quite comfortably hit auto. And this will give you the victory with 3 Tuskens. They don't need to survive, and you certainly don't need 5 Tuskens, ladies and gentlemen of the Scribe Tribe. It's just turn up, let them die, and allow the 2/3 of the Triumvirate to take all the glory for you. Now, I will show just very quickly, if you do not have Traya and Nihilus, or perhaps you don't have them significantly invested in, I'm relatively certain that JMK Cat would be able to deal with this without too many issues. I'm just going to use the damage immunity on Cat at the gate, yeet over onto Savage to get rid of him, and then one by one take out these enemies. Let's see how we deal. Goodbye, Savage. And I mean, we really should be dealing with Basti, but I'm just going to get the heal immunity over there on Revan. We'll use these abilities because they're incredibly important. Very, very important. I'm actually going to use this right now, and then hit them, and slap him. Oh, that's Scion. That's Scion with his taunting. How very rude of him. Very rude indeed. Let's go ahead and use the event special ability once more, and then we'll just cleanse off all of those debuffs, get that tenacity up. I don't think it's in my best interest right now to yeet immediately, so we'll just put Xian over on JMK. I should not really be targeting Revan when I do this. Let's just give him a bit of armor shred over there. Again, we're really worrying about Darth Revan and possibly Basti afterwards, as they're the people with the highest amount of damage output, the highest amount of control and disruption, so they are the biggest threats. Again, we don't really oh, goodbye. We don't really care about the other people. So let's increase the mastery. Oh gosh, wow. Using the event special ability on Jedi Master Kenobi apparently is absolutely obnoxious because he just deals so much damage now. All of that stacking offense is pretty nutty. Let's go ahead and get this out once again. And we'll just pass this back over to JMK. Turns out this is actually a very easy way of getting this done. We'll use the event special ability again. And another hit. Yeah, I think we're looking relatively okay. Dooku over there thinks he's got stuff up his sleeve. We'll get the armor shred on him. Nearly kill him with that armor shred, in fact. Get the bonus turn, and this should be the end of Dooku. So if you have JMK Cat, that's also a very easy alternative if you want to get the feats done for the Tuskens. I imagine you can probably get it done with some other GLs, but I don't want to waffle on for too long. That is not my prerogative, ladies and gentlemen. But I'm glad that you joined me today for this fabulous episode of Galactically Challenged, where we proved once again that crates are no match for our intelligence. If this video was useful to you, please hit that like button and consider subscribing to me, because I think that's what every YouTuber is supposed to say. There are reasons for stuff and things. This is why you shall subscribe to me. Peace out, and may the Force be with you.